Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our boy, how about Shem Shai, or Shem Kakadash. Call Halayim Night, how about Shem Shai, or Shem Kakadash. As in the ancient Hebrews, in our praise to how in name Shai, in name the Holy Spirit. How is the correct name for the God of the Bible? What world ignorantly called Jehovah or God? The Son's true name in Hebrew is Yahushai. What world ignorantly called Jesus Christ? True name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and His Son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all our brothers and Modi, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, to all I believe in this gospel. Shalom. This is a quick one. This is an article from IRA FM. It says, an article, I have a couple of still shots of Prime Minister Andrew Holness's statement, It says Prime Minister urges citizens not to be distracted by false prophets, even as country faces period of crisis. But I brother I rock the people to sleep, which he's in power, and if you go down under his watch, then you know him have hell for pay. Because scripture speaks about sedition. Let's get that real quick. So what I'm going to try to do is call a population that did not go down under his watch. Because scripture speaks about it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction drawing nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So there going to be sedition among men. Rise up against lawful authority. You get full speech overthrown. Hey, look what's going on in Sri Lanka right now. It's going on right now in Netherlands, Italy, Spain, I think it's France as well. And the same measures that was passed because this the uprising in those mentioned countries, same laws, legislation were passed in Canada. So only a matter of time for sedition again in Canada. And I think there's reports coming out in Kenya as well of riots, protests, And it's going to get worse and worse and worse as the days go by. As it's written, this is the end of the world that we know, you know of. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, based upon our harsh times, a certain measures being passed, deliberately, a lot of it by the elites, fulfill them new world order. But because a lot of these policies, people, suffer. Like the whole pandemic bullshit, and the measures that them pass screw over a lot of people and screw over the economy that was already designed to fail. People recognize, people feel harsh measures of it, don't feel blunt tight, and now people are rebelled, protests, but it's going to get worse. So the Prime Minister actually, said that's what's lead down to. And him kind of cited that the opposition leader, I think Mark Golding, as he further go in this post, I believe it's from Instagram, he said the Prime Minister, who was speaking at the Jamaica Labour Party's 79th anniversary event, used a verse from the Bible to describe the current situation of the country. He described the opposition as a false prophet, saying their suggestions were providing false hope to the population. Mr. Holness pleaded with the residents not to be distracted but to buckle in as they weather the storm. The Prime Minister, while quoting Jeremiah 29 verse 11, said the government wishes to give true hope and not false hope. And that's exactly what this nigga is doing. Because the expected end that the scripture refer to is not of Jamaica. The most I don't recognize Jamaica, as a nation where I'm going to save. The scripture says this is not the end where much glory do it abide, but the doom shall be the end of this time. So this Negro, this false prophet, that is going to take a spot. The scripture speaks about the prophecy of peace. It's no peace, but it also go in and states, let's see, try to get it real quick. Remember the exact verse, but let's see. I think it's 12. Ezekiel 12. Alright, give me a second. No, it's Ezekiel. Let's do a quick search. So okay, I'm gonna really try and get a quick find this one. I'm gonna repeat him. Actually 11. Ezekiel 11, verse let's see, verse 2. It says, "Then said he unto me, Son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and gave wicked counsel in the city, which say, It is not near, let us build houses. The city is a cauldron, and we be the flesh." So basically prophesy false hope. Oh, this too shall pass. Destruction is coming. The scripture speaks about destruction upon destruction. So hope this says that the foreign look out there. Praise to a poet about Shemeshai, or Shemakakodash. The abundance to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect.